made them make bricks for his special buildings. His special buildings were called pyramids. Whenever you see a pyramid, you know that must be Egypt. And look at how they were big old tall buildings. See, that's the little doors. And those big old buildings, that one's old. They were even old when Moses' friends were working on it. And to build those pyramids, they had to make bricks, and they would make those Israelite people work so hard. They would take mud and straw, and they would pound it in there, and then let it dry, pop it out, and they'd have a brick. See them making bricks back there in the corner of the picture? That was hard work. And in our story, we're going to find out what Pharaoh did to make that work even harder. And so we need to meet our Pharaoh and see where he is. Come on in, Pharaoh. Let's take a look at you. There's Pharaoh. Come stand by your picture there, Pharaoh. Oh, he's the king of Egypt. Look at him. See how he's really the king. Ooh, there you go. Thank you for joining us today, King Pharaoh. We're glad to have you. Well, you remember at that burning bush that God told Moses, I want you to go talk to Pharaoh. So Moses, come on, you got to come talk to Pharaoh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Come stand over here by your picture, Moses. Oh, my. Ooh, he's got to talk to the king. And you know, Moses said that he needed to tell Pharaoh what God said. And so Moses said to Pharaoh,
let my people go.
oh. Now Pharaoh, he didn't want to let him go. They were his slaves. They did all the work. So Pharaoh said,
who is this Lord? What is he to me? Why should I let your people go?
Moses said,
For the God of Israel has met with us. He wants us to go into the desert and worship the Lord.
Moses, Aaron, you're just taking the people away from their work. Get back to work. There are large numbers of your people in the land, and you're stopping them from doing their jobs.
now, so Pharaoh just said, he told his workers that made the Israelite workers, Pharaoh, what did you tell them to do now?
Don't give them any straw to make their bricks with.
Oh.
And furthermore, they have to gather their own straw. And the numbers of bricks that they make, they have to be just like before.
Oh, that's what the slave drivers said to the people. Now they said, you make the same number of bricks, but you get your own straw. Oh, the Israelites were so worried. How are we going to do that? And they tried and tried, but they could not do it. And so the Israelites came and they said to Pharaoh, why have you treated us like this? You didn't give us any straw, but you said make more bricks. We're being whipped.
You are lazy. You need to go make more bricks. You want to go and offer sacrifices to your Lord? Now, get to work. We won't give you any straw, but you still have to make the same number of bricks.
Oh, my.
That's not very nice.
It wasn't nice. And then the Israelite leaders, they said, oh, no, we're in so much trouble. And they went to Moses and they asked Moses, we need some help.
Why, Lord, why have you sent me? Things are just getting worse for your people.
Well, the Lord said, look, you just go tell Pharaoh anyway that you want him to let the people go. So Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and they did what God had told them to do. And you know what they did? They took Aaron's rod and they threw it down on the ground. So throw down Aaron's rod for me, Moses. And when he threw it down,
It looks like a snake.
it became a snake. It turned into a snake. Well, Pharaoh wasn't worried because he had some magicians. And they said, all we can do is, we'll make some snakes too. So they made their little snakes too. But you know what happened? Aaron's snake ate up the magician's snake, ate him up. And he picked up his staff again, and his staff was a stick again. That happened to show Pharaoh that God was in charge and he should be listening to God. Well, the Lord then had told them to drop down their rod. And they said, now you saw it, it turned to snake. And Pharaoh, will you let him go?
No, the people cannot go.
So Moses said,
The Lord, the God of Israel, has sent me to you. He says, let my people go. But up to now you've not listened. The Lord will strike the water of the Nile, and with this walking stick that's in my hand, the river will be turned into blood. The fish in the river will die. The river will stink. The Egyptians will not be able to drink any of its water anymore. The streams, the canals, ponds, and all the lakes will be turned into blood. There will be blood everywhere in Egypt. It will even be in the wooden buckets and the stone jars.
oh, I don't think Pharaoh believed him, but look, here's the river Nile. And Moses, hit it with your staff, and here it comes. It turned to blood. Blood, all the river. And the Israelites had nothing to drink, and it smelled bad. Do you think Pharaoh would listen to that? No. Pharaoh was stubborn, and he wouldn't listen. And even though it was a miracle, Pharaoh said,
I don't care.
oh, he didn't care, and his Egyptian people couldn't even drink the water. Well, 7 days passed, and God and Moses have another plan. The Lord told Moses what to say to Pharaoh.
The Lord says, let my people go. Then they will be able to worship me. If you refuse to let them go, I will send a plague of frogs on your whole country. The Nile River will be full of frogs. They will come up into your palace. You will have frogs in your bedroom, frogs in your bed. They'll be in your homes and your offices, and they'll be your officials and your people. They'll be in your ovens. They'll be in your bowls. The frogs will be on you and everyone in Egypt.
There, ooh, yes, everywhere, frogs everywhere. Even when they opened the oven, it was full of frogs. And Pharaoh didn't like it, so he said,
Oh, pray to the Lord and take these frogs away from me and my people. I'll let your people go.
well, they took Moses prayed, and all the frogs died, and the people gathered them up, and they made a huge pile of dead frogs that stank. And then, you know what Pharaoh did? He got stubborn, and he said,
No, you cannot go.
oh. So the next thing that happened is the Lord sent little gnats, little tiny bugs that just bothered you and bothered you and bothered you. And they were everywhere all over Egypt. And they were bothering all the animals and everybody. But do you think Pharaoh let them go?
No.
No, he said,
No, you cannot go.
no, you can't. Well then, Moses said to him,
Let my people go. Then they will be able to worship me, being the Lord. If you do not let my people go, I will send large numbers of flies. I will send them on your people and into your homes. The houses of the Egyptians will be full of flies. Even the ground will be covered by them.
well, the Lord did it. Huge numbers of flies came out, and they were everywhere, and they were tearing up the food and eating the crops, and they were all over Pharaoh and everybody, just little flies everywhere. Oh, the people hated that. But do you think Pharaoh let them go? He said,
I will let them go. You can go into the desert and offer sacrifices to the Lord, but you can't go too far. Now, pray and take the flies away.
And Moses did. He took the flies away. And then he said to old Pharaoh, you know what, Pharaoh? Something else is going to happen. It's going to be a plague of boils. Do you know what boils are? That's when people get, really bad sores and boo-boos all over their body that really hurt. And so Moses told Pharaoh, that's what's going to happen to you. There's going to be boils all over the people. And Pharaoh said,
No, the people cannot go.
cannot go. Well, next, there came a cloud over in the sky. And have you ever seen a storm where big old balls of ice fall out of the sky? That word is called hail. It's big balls of ice that fall out of the sky.
One time we had hail and we thought it was rocks coming.
There you go. You knew what it was like, wasn't it? It's hard and it hurts people and it hurts the animals. Well, let's hear Moses tell Pharaoh about the hail.
The Lord says again, let my people go. Let them worship me. You are still against my people. You will not let them go. So at this time tomorrow, I will send the worst hailstorm ever to fall on Egypt. You better bring in everything that's outside. The hail will fall on the people and the animals and will beat them down and they will die.
That is what happened. Hail came from the sky and it fell on all the Egyptian people, and it tore up the plants, and it tore up the animals, and it tore up the grass, and it was everywhere. And then when Pharaoh looked over there where the Israelite people were, just gone. No hail on the Israelite people. And so Pharaoh thought to himself, well, okay, this time, he said,
This time I have sinned. The Lord has done what is right. Me and my people have been wrong. Pray to the Lord, because we've had enough thunder and hail. I'll let your people go. You don't have to stay here any longer.
And so Moses went out and he lifted up his hands and he prayed to God, and the hail did stop, and the thunder went away, and the lightning went away. But Pharaoh sinned again. He got stubborn again, and he said,
No, you cannot go.
oh, so this time there was a different animal that came into play. What do these little animals look like? They do. They look like locusts or grasshoppers, and they call them locusts in Bible words. And so Moses told Pharaoh,
How long will you refuse to obey me? Let my people go. Then they will be able to worship their God. If you refuse to let them go, I will bring these locusts into your country tomorrow. They will cover the ground, and it cannot be seen. They will eat all that is left after the hail. That includes every tree growing in your fields. They will fill up your household.
that's what happened. But Pharaoh thought about it, and he said,
If I let you go, who will be going?
Everyone will go worship God.
well, then Pharaoh said, no.
No,
No.
you cannot go.
No. So Moses put his rod out, and a big old wind came and it brought all these tons of locusts. They were everywhere. They were all over everybody, and they were eating all the plants, and they were eating up everything that the people wanted to grow and to eat. And they had a huge problem. And so Pharaoh said, okay, Moses, pray to the Lord to take it away. And then Pharaoh said, can they go, Pharaoh?
No, they cannot go.
All right. Well, now another plague is coming. Moses is going to reach his hand up to the sky, and complete darkness is going to come. It was as if the sun had been covered with cloud, and the moon and the stars, it was all dark. No one could see a single thing. But you know what? When Pharaoh looked over there at the Israelite people, they could see just fine. They had light. But the Egyptians could not see a single thing. It was the plague of darkness. And so Moses told Pharaoh that was going to happen. Moses said to Pharaoh, the Lord says,
I will bring one last plague on Pharaoh and on Egypt, and after that, you will let my people go.
yes.
The Lord tells me at about midnight, he will go through every part of Egypt. Every oldest son in Egypt will die. Even the eldest son of Pharaoh, who sits on the throne, will die. There will be crying and screaming all over Egypt.
Well, the Israelite people did what they were told. Do you see these Israelite father and son? They took a plant and they got blood of an animal. And they put it on the top of their door and down the sides of their door. And when the plague came that killed the oldest son of the Egyptian people, it passed right over the Israelite people, and none of their firstborn sons were killed. But in Pharaoh's house and in all the house of the Egyptians, the plague of the firstborn killed the first son of every Egyptian person. And Bible words tell us that there was crying and weeping all over Egypt. And now Pharaoh is really sad, and now he finally believes that God is really God. And so he sent for Moses and Aaron in the middle of the night, and he said to them,
Go! Get out of here! Take your people and go worship your Lord! Go away!
And the Israelite people followed Moses, and you know what? They went around to the Egyptian homes, and they gathered up the gold and silver that the Egyptians owned, and they gave it to Moses and the people to take with them. And then Moses and all the people were able to leave Egypt and get away from being slaves to Pharaoh. Next week, we're going to find out what happened when they started to leave. And we're going to find out if Pharaoh changed his mind or not. Thank you, Pharaoh and Moses. Now, let's just see.